welcome to Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community, the news you can trust and events that move and celebrate our very own South Asian community. I'm Nidhi Kathuria, coming to you from our ITV Gold Studio in New Jersey. In the news from community and more. Indian origin patient among those 100% healed of rectal cancer in historic drug trial. Michelin-starred chef Vikas Khanna ranked in global top 10 list by Gazette Review. Former US President wants Kash Patel's children book in every school. Adds that big tech should not get to suppress the truth. Joe Biden names Indian American serpent Shah as attorney in Wisconsin Western District. Kranjan, writer, journalist, historian, and motivational spiritual speaker, talks about the state of Indian journalism, Harshad Mehta, and more. In the news from Indian films, OTT, and other entertainment, watch the official trailer of the movie Virata Parvam starring Rana Daggubati, Sai Pallavi, and Priyamani. Stay with us on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community for news in detail right after this short break. An Indian origin patient, Nisha Varghese, was among the small group of patients with rectal cancer who got completely cured after participating in a clinical trial for a drug called dostarlimab for around 6 months at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in Manhattan. The trial's result, which is the first of its kind in medical history, appears to be a very promising breakthrough for the treatment of rectal cancer. Media reports quoted Varghese, who called the immunotherapy drug's efficacy in curing her as a miracle. The medication given, called dostarlimab and sold under the brand name Jemperli, is an immunotherapy drug used in the treatment of endometrial cancer. This was, however, the first clinical investigation to test if it was also effective against rectal cancer tumors. According to the Memorial Sloan Kettering MSK Cancer Center in New York, after using dostarlimab, the rectal cancer disappeared after immunotherapy without the need for the standard treatments of radiation, surgery, or chemotherapy, and the cancer has not returned in any of the patients who have been cancer-free for up to 2 years. The 50-year-old Amritsar-born and New York-based Vikas Khanna is known for taking Indian cuisine across the globe and on the world food map. Khanna is one of the first Indian chefs to receive international acclaim. Since 2011, his main restaurant, Junoon in New York City, has received a Michelin star, a hallmark of fine dining. He has served food to Barack Obama, Dalai Lama, Pope Francis, Narendra Modi, and many other world leaders and celebrities. This Michelin star celebrity chef has been ranked amongst the top 10 global chefs in the world by Gazette Review, becoming the only Indian chef who has made it to the prestigious list. The Gazette Review ranked Khanna 6th, with British chef Gordon Ramsay leading the list. Kashyap Pramod Patel, popular as Kash Patel, is an Indian-American attorney and former government official. He served as Chief of Staff to the acting United States Secretary of Defense under President Donald Trump. He played a key role in helping Republican attempts to fight the investigations into Donald Trump and Russian interference in the 2016 election. He recently launched a children's book that he authored called The Plot Against the King. President Trump is lauding the book and wants to put a copy in every school across the country. The book by his former aide features the conflict between characters called Hillary Clinton and handsome King Donald. Trump wrote a glowing review of Patel's book on his social media platform Truth Social and called it a true story about the Russia collusion hoax written for children. Lift the tale through the eyes of great characters like the handsome King Donald and Kash the Wizard. Trump wrote, the 35-page book is meant to be a fantastical retelling of Hillary's horrible plot against Trump. The plot against the king also contains other characters, including a shifty knight, which is likely a reference to Democratic lawmaker Adam Schiff, whom Donald Trump has dubbed Shifty Schiff. President Joe Biden nominated 5 new nominees to serve as U.S. attorney in different parts of the country, including Indian American serpent Shah for the Western District of Wisconsin, which covers Madison, according to a White House statement released on Monday, 6 June. This step is a part of a larger effort to tackle the rise of gun crimes since 2020, the recent slew of gun violence and mass shootings that have plagued the country in the last few weeks. Serpent Shah is an award-winning brief writer and experienced oral advocate. She has briefed appeals in the U.S. Supreme Court, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 9th, 8th, 7th, 4th, 2nd, 1st, D.C., and federal circuits and the Wisconsin, New Hampshire, and Washington Supreme Courts. In 2020, she won the State Bar of Wisconsin's biennial Best Brief Award. Serpent has argued in the 7th and 2nd Circuits, the Wisconsin Supreme Court, the California Court of Appeals, and the Washington State Board of Tax Appeals. Serpent also handles high-stakes litigation in trials courts, including a voting rights case in the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Wisconsin and multi-million-dollar shareholder dispute trial in Dane County Circuit Court. Alok Ranjan Bajpai stepped into the field of journalism as an apprentice at Times of India, Lucknow. Delhi called him soon after, and he enjoyed his stint at National Herald and Dalal Street, to name a few. Watch the excerpts from my exclusive interview with the multifaceted Mr. Bajpai. The complete interview will soon be available on the ITV Gold YouTube channel.
There's two parts in life, and not everybody is lucky to do both things simultaneously, because as my channel name is Dharma, Arth, Kam, Moksha. The life has these 4 aspects. You have to do your dharma, and dharma does not mean religion. Like they say in Sanskrit, yada adharyati sa dharma, कि जो आप करते हैं वो आपका धर्म है. डॉक्टर का काम मरीज की सेवा करना. That's doctor's religion. You are a journalist, you are doing interview, that's your job, that's your dharma. Dharma has always been, like when it comes to meaning, everybody presents a different, with a religious connotation, and that's wrong. So dharma is what you do. Arth is for your livelihood, you make your money. Kam is not only one kam vasana where everybody is here raised. Kam is any kind of vasana, that's kam. Any kind of desire, that's vasana, is desire. And moksha is salvation, but salvation is, I don't think English does justice to that word, but that.
तो religion को वैसे हिंदी में क्या कहेंगे?
Religion, because the dharma is dharma. In Sanatan dharma, there is no word as such Hindu dharma. Hindu and Hindustan came from foreigners, because that was a point of reference geographically. Sindhu Ghati Sabhyata and Sindhu, I know Afghani people, there are some Pathan, my friend, with whom I know 25 years here in this country. I still have some friends in Pakistan, and they know this place because Sindhu Ghati became Hindu, Sindhu and Hindu, people who were living, and that's how the Hindu and Hindustan came into existence, because it is Bharat. Parampara chali aa rahi hai. This is from ages, and we have said word. We had all written word that got all burned down with Nalanda University, and that's the sad state of affairs. There's so much history we have lost. There's so many things that have been distorted. That's why it's very close to. So Dharma, Arth, Kam, Moksha, the mantavya, the intent behind that channel is that I want to really talk the other journey of life, because we are all busy. I personally believe that the purpose of human form is 84 lakh yoniyon ke baad you come in this human form where you have intelligence. That's how you are different from a cow or a deer or any other animal. We are also animal, but having that intelligence, that who we are and who created us, and ultimately finding that Virat Swarup, finding that God, knowing that Ansh stays inside you. I think that's the only purpose of this body. And if we are not able to find that, then we have wasted this lifetime. So my thing is that my channel, we only talk, not that in a religious sense, but we talk in a spiritual way that what this life is about. And I'm trying to throw light on the aspects. What I have done, Manas, Man Se Manas, I talk about Vibhishan ka Krodh, I talk about Marich, I talk about Sita ki Agni Pariksha, where facts have been distorted or there's not enough information, because when you say Vibhishan, everybody thinks ki he is the Vibhishan who said ki Ravan kicks him and he's still there. Yeah. So the only Vibhishan that you said correctly ki ghar ka Vedi Lanka hai. So he's only ki ghar ka drohi, bekar, bakwas, or maximum that he is bhakt of Ramji. But Vibhishan is the guy with whom God Ram, he entrusted him with establishment of dharma, establish of religion. When Bhagwan Ram left this earth, he delegated Vibhishan, and it's Vibhishan who established all the dharma.
And he did a very good job then.
Yeah, and he did a good job. That's why he's known as Vibhishan. And he has challenged Ravan, if you get into detail on my YouTube channel, where he has fought with Ravan. He literally fought with Ravan. So, Vibhishan has, so I try to throw light on the character or the stories which are unheard, unseen, so that people could know, because all the regular stories, all the normal stories, everybody knows. If you say कि कहो या कहना, तो अवधि में बोलेंगे कहाँ हूँ, राम हूँ, लक्ष्मण तो लखनऊ, या लक्ष्मण हूँ तो लखनऊ, लखनपुरी उसका नाम था. But what I was saying just before, if people forget that in Lucknow there is a Lakshman Tila, but now that's a Tile wali masjid. This is how पूरे युग बीत गए, त्रेता में भगवान राम का जन्म हुआ, और आप आके आज कलयुग में नाम बदल देते हैं उसका. इतनी भी पुरानी बात नहीं है. तो हमारे युगों युगों का संस्कृति, संस्कार, they have been vanished. So that's the pain. So I come from that background where my grandfather would taught me, my grandmother would teach me. My Nana ji used to work for railway. He was only high school at that point of time, but he was so good with the maths. So whatever he taught me in maths, I still remembered. So I've been blessed with my grandparents, and they teach me. They always, grandparents, they love their grandkids, and I'm no special. My grandparents used to love me, and that's where I learned it from.
Madura Sane, a software engineer by profession, is also a writer and a public speaker. The resident of Edison, New Jersey, started her podcast in the midst of a pandemic in 2020 that has hit the century, recently broadcasting the 100th episode. Watch the face behind the voice in my exclusive interview with the podcaster Madura Sane. The complete interview will soon be available on the ITV Gold YouTube channel. Do you ever get a writer's block? You just mentioned like you didn't want to write, but how do you still, pick up the pen and start writing?
First thing I would say is I absolutely love writing. And the second important thing is I am a very disciplined and organized person.
Lovely.
So being a working mom, I get only 1.5 hours every day for my passion, and that is morning 5 to 6:30. I do not give this time to anybody else but me. I wake up early and I just do not do anything else. I do not check my phone. I do not see any office emails or anything. I just pick up my pen and my beloved diary. I journal for a few minutes and then I start writing. And yes, writer's block do come, but I think my love for writing, definitely I am able to overcome because of that.
And you're writing every day?
Yes, I do write.
No
every
Saturdays,
single
Sundays
day.
for you?
Saturday, it's not a hard and fast that some days I do take a break because it is important to take a break, and I have done an entire episode on it is okay to take a break. So
How
I do take a
lovely.
break, definitely. But most of the days I write, if not for podcast, then for my own pleasure.
Are there any funny stories or childhood memories or characters from your life that you constantly find yourself talking about to your listeners?
Yes, definitely. There are few people, I would say, that peep into almost all my episodes, and one of the most important person that always there in my episode is my sister, and I could not have done anything without her support. We are extremely close. We actually have done 2 episodes. It's called Battle of Sisters. We had so much fun doing that episode. We asked each other so many questions. It was like really a battle. And she definitely peeps into all my episodes.
Did you have like a sibling fight or rivalry, or did you guys unload the baggage from the past? How did it go and end up?
Yeah, it was very much fun. We spilled so many secrets of each other, and we definitely had a fair share of fights. We do fight even still now, and but we have a very different bond. Both my parents actually passed away very early. My mom passed away when I was just in 6th grade, and my dad passed away around 10 years back. So my sister is someone who I'm extremely close to, and we share everything. She lives in London, so we always say that even the time difference, the ocean between, nothing can stop us from talking to each other. We talk almost daily, and you will hear a lot of fun stories in that episode.
What would you like to talk about? Perhaps imparting words of wisdom to our audience through your morning cup of sunshine.
I think the most important thing is there is something special in every single person. We just have to find it, and we have to give time to ourselves to explore that something special, because you are born to do great things. Every single person who's listening here is born to do great things, and just give yourself time and permission to dream big, set big goals, and I'm sure every single person can achieve that.
Virata Parvam is an upcoming Indian Telugu language period action drama film written and directed by Venu Udukula and produced by D. Suresh Babu and Sudhakar Cherukuri. The film stars Sai Pallavi and Rana Dagubati, while Priyamani, Nandita Das, Naveen Chandra, Zarina Wahab, Iswari Rao and Sai Chand play supporting roles. The plot revolves around Naxalite movement that took place in Telangana region in the 1990s. The film is scheduled to release theatrically on 17 June 2022. Enjoy the trailer.
చిన్న ఎవడు పెద్ద ఎవడు రాజ్యమేలే రాజు ఎవడు సామ్యవాద పాలననే స్థాపించగ ఎన్నినాళ్ళు.
అమ్మా, ఈ పుస్తకం రాసిండు కదా, అతను చూడాలనుంది. నువ్వు గనక కనిపించేలా చేస్తే కోడిని కోసి కలుషాక పోస్తా.
ఈ అక్క రవణదల వచ్చిందిరా.
మీకు నేను అభిమాని అయిపోయాను. నాలో ఏదో తెలియని భావోద్వేగం రగులుతుంది. ఈ భావోద్వేగానికి ఏ పేరు పెట్టాలో కూడా తెలియడం లేదు.
ఈ నక్సలైట్ వల్ల ఏమన్నా ఉపయోగం ఉందా?
మా ఊర్లల్లో మా ఆడోళ్ళ మీద అత్యాచారాలు హత్యలు జరిగినప్పుడు ఏ పార్టీ వాళ్ళు వచ్చారు సార్? మా అన్నలు వచ్చారు సార్. నోరు లేని సమాజానికి నోరు అందిస్తారు సార్ వాళ్ళు.
రవాణా చేస్తున్న మామూలు వారు కాదు సార్, గెరిల్లా వార్. అడవిలో ఉన్న ప్రతి చెట్టు పుట్ట అతని రక్షణ కవచాలు.
ఈ కళలో నిజాయితీ కనిపిస్తలేదా? ప్రేమ కనిపిస్తలేదా?
ఇక్కడ రాత్రి ఉండదు, పగలు ఉండదు. ఉన్నదల్లా ఊపిరికి ఊపిరికి మధ్య ఊపిరి సలపరంత యుద్ధం మాత్రమే. కొన్ని వందల మంది అమరులయ్యారు తెలుసా? అసలు చౌకీ ఎలా ఉంటుందో తెలుసా నీకు?
తెలుసు. రక్తపాతం లేకుండా మనమేం చేయలేమో చెప్పు.
రక్తపాతం లేని దగ్గర మనిషి పుట్టుకురాడు ఉంది.
ఈ తుపాకీ కొట్టుల్లో శాంతి లేదురా. శాంతి ఆడపిల్ల ప్రేమలో ఉంది.
ఈ బూర్జువా వ్యవస్థలో మనిషిని నమ్మించి మోసం చేసుకోవడానికి మాత్రమే ప్రేమ పనికొస్తుంది.
నీ రాతల్లో నేను లేకపోవచ్చు కానీ నీ తలరాతలో మాత్రం ఖచ్చితంగా నేనే ఉన్నా. ఒక యుద్ధం ఎన్నో ప్రాణాలు తీస్తుంది, కానీ అదే యుద్ధం నాకు ప్రాణం పోసింది. నేను వెన్నెల, ఇది నా కథ.
Continuing with the news on entertainment on ITV Gold, enjoy Hrithik Roshan and Amisha Patel blockbuster Khanna Pyar Hai in the family movie night this Friday at 8:30 p.m. EST. Saturday 1 p.m. EST, watch the psychological thriller Farab. Reserve your Sunday at 3 p.m. EST for a comedy called The Shauqeen, starring Akshay Kumar, Anupam Kher, Anu Kapoor, Dimple Kapadia, Rati Agnihotri and Lisa Hayden. And that's a wrap on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community tonight. Send us your suggestions and community news that you would like us to cover for our print and television coverage at events@itvgold.com. Follow us on our Facebook handle at ITVGold. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and pick up a free copy of Desi Talk if you're in the tri-state or in the Chicago area for community news, entertainment and events in US and India. You can also read the News India Times newspaper online at www.newsindiatimes.com or subscribe to the hard copy by calling 212-675-7515. This is Nidhi Kathuria signing off.